Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Crew Talk with yours truly, Just JB, aka Yoldhead, and Chris Brandow. How's everybody doing? Brandow, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Mania was pretty awesome.
Yes, it
Uh,
was in
well,
some
night
ways, and
two.
some ways not.
That's not night one. Not too awesome. Night one, great.
Right.
Um, Raw after Mania did not disappoint this time. It usually sucks, but lately it sucked. I mean, I shouldn't say sucked. It's been disappointing the past couple
It's
of
been
years.
disappointing the past couple years, but it's
This year,
been
filler.
this one was good. This one was good. Well, we'll get right to it. We'll get right to it. WrestleMania Fallout. We're just gonna go right through it, y'all. It was night one that'll be a little bit of a topic a little bit later on. But night two, oh man, night two, I think night two went 6 for 6 in all the matches and all that. And night one had one good match. My standout matches from the event, obviously CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, uh, in an amazing main event. Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar, and Gunther versus Seth Rollins from night one. And of course, I have to do an honorable mention, the 6-man ladder match from night two. That's those are the matches for me that stood out the most. And I also want to add, I think that Jade versus Rhea surprised people as well. At the place I was at, people were actually surprised and apologized, thinking that Jade would have a really awful match, and she had a pretty solid match. So Brandon, I can't wait to hear what you have to say possibly about that. But go ahead, share what you thought were your top three Mania matches with maybe a honorable mention.
Yeah, sure. I think we're all in agreement that Punk and Roman was the best match by far.
Oh
So
yeah.
that's definitely number one. Number two and three, no order really. Uh, I would say Oba and Brock. I mean, just the energy it brought when he opened Mania Night 2 with that. They did a great thing by showcasing Oba, kicking the
Yep.
shit out of Brock, basically. Brock selling the hell out of him with his facial expressions and everything else, and then the retirement at the end. I mean, I don't think anyone saw that coming. And from what I'm reading, apparently WWE didn't see it coming. And so, if that's the case, then this whole Gunther Brock plan is out the window, and they're going to figure something else out. Maybe that's why they're doing some things they're doing now, going forward. But yeah, I mean, hell of a showing for Oba. And then you have to mention the ladder match. The ladder match was awesome. And the reason why it was so good was every person seemed to play their role well. And I think I remember saying the unsung hero of that ladder match is going to be JD McDonough. I think I nailed that right in the fucking head right there. The guy took a crazy Canadian destroyer on the ladder. And he I think he's starting to get the respect he deserves now. I mean, that match with Balor Monday night was awesome.
Yep.
Hopefully this is like a continued push for JD to get like an actual title at some point down the road. But yeah, hell of a ladder match, man. One of the best ladder matches I've seen in a long time. And you know, I know I was listening to Busted Open a couple days ago, and even Bully said they're coming close to our ladder match. And Bully's saying that's
Wow.
a huge crit. huge,
Okay.
huge high five from someone like Bully saying
Yeah, that's huge.
high praise, man. That's
High praise.
um,
Gotta pump the brakes though. Those TLC matches were insane.
well, that's why
They
he said
set the
they're linear,
standard.
and he said the reason why because everything made sense in the match. Like there wasn't like just
Hmm.
doing spots for spots. Everything flowed great. Everyone played their part perfectly. Um, so yeah, and I have to agree with that. I was very entertained by that ladder match. Honorable mention, I'll go with Gunther and Seth. So we had the same matches, just in different order. I think
Different
most people
order. Different
had that
order.
as well. Um, but yeah,
All
I
right. Well,
feel like
that's
the match should have been a little longer, but we'll get to
yeah.
that later.
Yeah, definitely. I agree that definitely there was a lot of matches that should have gone a little longer. Um, I I have to say a couple matches I thought were not disappointing, but felt could go a little longer. Just speeding it up here. I know you said a little later, but I figured why not? Why not right now?
Sure.
Um, Liv versus Steph. I was really hyped up for that. I thought that would be the show stealer. We thought that. I think that needed some more time. Also was confused by the ending when Stephanie did her spot and then she like kind of was like woo to the crowd, and then she just gets beat by Liv Morgan. I thought it was a little anticlimactic. And I thought Drew versus Jacob Fatu needed some more time too. It had moments, but I thought they needed some more time and needed to have more of that that unsanctioned element. So that's basically it. You know, there's I could quibble about some other things, but those are the ones in particular that stood out. Once again, night two was pretty solid from top to bottom. I thought every match was pretty solid. So yeah, but those two matches I mentioned, I really wanted them to go a little longer.
Yeah, I think Stephanie and Liv was definitely a disappointment, and not, for a number of reasons. It was too short, but also the booking of the match made the referee look like a complete idiot. Like all
Yeah,
these people come out interfere, like she's not like just throw them out, just get them out. Like it just made the referee look really stupid, and then it made Stephanie look stupid by doing, like you said, doing all that showboating and then losing.
weird.
I actually kind of hated the fucking match. Honestly, I thought
It was
it was like what was this? Like I was so looking
compared
forward
to
to
the
this.
build up.
Yeah, the buildup was great, but the ending not so great.
Yeah, the
Uh,
execution wasn't the greatest,
Match was kind of
sadly.
clunky, and I don't know if that was just because they didn't mix well in the ring. I don't know. It was just overbooked a little bit with all the run-ins, and you knew they were going to run in, but it just something felt completely off. And then you had the match on Monday night with Liv and Sol Ruka, which to me was better than that Mania match by far.
Oh
Honestly,
yeah,
any of the women's Mania matches. So that should tell you something right
yeah,
there about Sol
yeah,
Ruka.
definitely,
Um,
definitely, and we'll get more into that.
yeah,
Um,
and also for Mania, I just want to add that um, the 6-man match with Logan Paul and Theory and the and Speed it was okay for what it was. Honestly, it was a little better than I thought it would turn out to be. So, but it really was a nothing match, really. And I think we got to start asking ourselves about TKO and their involvement um, with the times and cramming all these advertisements down our fucking throats.
I
It's
mean,
it's
yeah,
crazy. It's ridiculous. Like you have a platform where there is no time limit. So why are you rushing matches? I know I get it. You're trying to keep them to 4 hours, 4 hour long shows, so you don't have to exhaust the crowd. But that's why you 2 nights of Mania. Cut down the advertisements even a little bit, and it would have made a huge difference in some of these matches. Give them 2-3 minutes extra. But
yeah,
here we
yeah.
are.
Here we are, man. Uh, Want to take some time to let's just park for a moment and congratulate CM Punk and Roman Reigns for delivering one of the most solid WrestleMania main events of all time. Let's just be honest here. There's a lot of great main events, but this one, it's up there. I think it's up there for. What did you say, Brandon? Before we started talking, that you heard that there were people saying it's the best since WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
Um, there's been some pretty good ones. Obviously, you have Cody versus Roman, which is
Yep.
going to be viewed as iconic. But this one was pretty solid. It was it's let's just say it's of the upper tier of the past 10 to
Oh
15
hell
years.
yeah.
I agree. I agree, definitely. It was, you know, I texted one of our comrades and was thinking that uh this could maybe I wonder if this could be a top 15, top 10. It was pretty good. It was
I
pretty
think it can be.
solid.
I do think it can be.
So
And
I have to go back. I have to go back and look because there have been 42 WrestleManias with some really great main events.
true.
So, but it's pretty good. It was a pretty damn good modern day main event, and they just left it all out there. I love that it was for the most part uh, clean with no interference, uh, and I thought it told a great story. I love what Punk was doing in the match actually when he was basically being the rugged old man. That's the story they were telling. He gave it his absolute all and just didn't have anything left. And Roman Reigns takes back his throne as being a world champion. And I just thought it was solid from start to finish. The crowd was with it. They did a damn good job. And much respect to those two for you could argue I read some people online saying they saved Mania. It's they put a nice bow on night two for sure.
Yeah, and I wanted to say the match was excellent, but there was one gripe I had with it, and I think as a wrestling fan, I hate when they ignore certain things.
The
But
DQ.
yeah, that should have been DQ. So if you're gonna
Hmm.
do that, at least make the referee unaware, or if you're gonna do that, maybe DQ and have them come out and say, "Oh, it's a disqualification match." Now, at least make it make sense a little bit because I'm
Hmm.
like, well, he just literally picked up the steps and smashed him in the head with it. But any other time, it's a DQ. Why is it not a DQ? Referee's
Right.
discretion. So that
Right.
was my only gripe with it. Everything else, ring psychology wise, made sense. I
Yeah.
love the story they were telling how like they were both exhausted, and especially at the end when Punk hit the GTS and couldn't finish the second one because he
Yep.
was just out of class. I mean, great storytelling there. And then that comes back to the play of like calling him an old man and not being able to do it anymore, um, which I thought was interesting. But I mean, hats off to both of them. They both had an amazing match and nothing to be ashamed of whatsoever. And now the storyline where it turns to now after this is going to be interesting as well, as we'll discuss later on.
Definitely. And I just want to also express I found myself upset while watching that match because I think that's what we all wanted Orton versus Cody to be. Just two main eventers. One is the face or co-face of the company, and the other one is one of the biggest legends of the past 20 plus years. Uh, just going at it one on one and having the storytelling tell the story itself and be an organic, banger of a match. That's all we wanted. But there was shenanigans that took place, and everyone got their punt at the end with Cody versus Orton, and Cody got pretty messed up from it. But I'm actually happy that Cody won. I thought I was saying that it was I could not envision someone like Cody being I couldn't envision someone like Cody being like losing WrestleMania like as much as he has been. So I don't know. I'm happy. I actually felt it was good booking there for him to win, and that's how I felt about it. So
Yeah, I can't agree anymore. It's a shame how they crowbarred all this stuff in the night one with McAfee, and then the the interference, and then I still wanted him to just get like kicked real hard in the balls and then get taken out. I mean,
yeah,
the whole crossroads we seen it last year with Travis Scott, and he deserved more than that. And then him coming back at the end with the neck brace, and then screwing up the count and pissing him Orton off and getting RKO'd. But I guess that was our way of. I think that was Triple H's way of writing out McAfee and pretty much giving a little finger to TKO and saying, "Oh, you want to play these games? This is how I'm going to get him out and uninvolved in this whole feud, and we're going to continue this feud hopefully on SmackDown." We will see. I can see something like that happening now, but what happened on Monday night with between Punk and Cody makes me question that now. But I think that might just be a tease for SummerSlam. Um, but
yeah.
yeah, I mean, and McAfee did confirm he is done. He said, "I am done with
For
WWE." He did
now,
say
yeah, he
he
said it.
said that. So good riddance. Um, you know, I guess this leads to us having to comment on the guy from TKO Shapiro saying about creative and how
They're
he
in charge
has.
of everything.
I mean, that really sucks. I mean, now it makes all the sense in the world on what happened last year and this year with all those celebrities and The Rock being included and all this bullshit that couldn't be finished. It makes perfect sense. And they keep on doing this shit, they're really going to ruin their product. And if
I agree.
look closely, AEW and TNA's ratings are the highest they've been in a long time, and there's an uptick. So if they keep on
Yep.
driving fans away, I mean, I like all of them, so I'll watch all of them. But I'm just saying, a lot of people are just going to throw their hands in the air, and be like between that, the ticket prices, um, for everything,
The
not just for
recipe's there. The recipe's there, man. The
not just
recipe
for
is
the ticket
there
price for
for
the event, but for the meet and greets. I mean, I think that going to Cody's tour bus, it was like 10 grand. Are you fucking kidding me? For an hour, you're charging someone 10 grand to meet Cody on his tour bus? Come on, man. That's absolutely
people.
fucking
Hey,
ridiculous.
man, I know. I agree with you, but people will shell it out if they
Yeah,
have it.
and those people are people that probably can't afford it and put themselves in the poorhouse, and TKO doesn't care about that shit. But
Yeah.
I will say, we we just need to see how this develops going forward now that we know, because if they don't like something, they're just gonna change it on Triple H, and it makes sense of everything. And maybe that's why Road Dogg left. Now I'm looking back at it, like all this stuff about Chelsea being pushed and all that. I think Unreal is one of those shows that paints a narrative that they want us to see, not what really is happening, or it would be called real, because that shit is a lot of that shit is just to make us think that's scripted too. Unfortunately, it looks like. I really believe that, and it will be interesting to see what they do in the upcoming season of Unreal and how they try to paint the picture, so to speak, for the build of the Mania, make themselves look better. I guess we should talk about the other big event that happened, which I mentioned earlier, and that was Brock retiring, apparently.
Yep.
I know a lot of people feel indifferent towards Brock. A lot of people don't like him. But I think the pops that he gets will tell you otherwise. And I think the pop he received and the thank you Brock chants when seemingly people thought he retired, and him actually showing emotion, like that was the first time you saw Brock Lesnar show emotion. Like, wow, this is it. And that's why I think it might be real, because I can't see that guy faking anything, especially that. I don't think he's a good actor. So I think like him faking that faking that is pretty I don't think so. And I don't know. I kind of feel different two ways about it. I feel, okay, fine, because it makes Obed look like a monster now. He just sent Brock into retirement. But I also think there's an outside chance of this being kind of a work where he is retiring, but he's going to have one last match at SummerSlam, and Gunther's going to demand this match, and somehow Brock's going to push back into the fold somehow. But I guess we have to wait and see how things develop.
Yeah, definitely. And I felt that I was just happy that the right decision was made. As you can recall from the last show, our WrestleMania special, I said that Oba has to win that match, and that's exactly what they booked him to do. The crowd has been with him. It was time. He's hot. He's hot with the crowd. He's hot in the industry right now. Just rock with it. And that's exactly what Triple H did. So much props to creative for making the right decision in what was a no-brainer, an absolute no-brainer. And now we get to see where Oba goes from here. And I love the tip of the hat that Oba did at the when he was walking out of the ring, heading back to the locker room. And I don't know. I think I was surprised that apparently this was off script, but I don't know. I feel like in pro wrestling, anything can happen. No one thought that like a Bret Hart would ever return. No one thought at one point, it was a long time ago, but no one ever thought The Rock would return for a period of time in the 2000s. No one thought Punk would return. I know Brock is also 48, and he already was going to have his retirement this year, apparently against at SummerSlam in Minneapolis. So, but I don't know, it's just a part of me that's just wondering. I'm like, is he really like, SummerSlam's
Right.
in
Well,
Minneapolis? Are they really
I
could they swerve this? Is this like an Unreal thing? But maybe it's done. If it's done, he went out the right way. It's not like Brock isn't ruined at all. I mean, come on. He just lost
um,
to the ruler. You can't
guess
blame him
what?
for that. So
If this is indeed, I can believe that Brock be the headliner for the Hall of Fame next year.
oh
I believe
yeah.
that's who the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But I also believe that he, if he is retired, uh, from evidence of Raw Monday night, how Gunther just had a quick backstage segment. And it was like kind of weird. You just beat Seth, and then that's all they gave you. So we'll probably find out more next Monday night when Gunther comes out. Because if he asks for a big favor, what could that be? Maybe he'll want to be the leader of the Vision, or maybe
Yeah.
he'll want to, or maybe I really don't know what this favor is going to be now, because now I'm kind of more intrigued now, because we all thought the favor was going to be, oh, let me face Brock. So if it is not Brock and Brock is retired, what the hell could that favor be? It'd be interesting.
They're going to have to. They're just going to. The writers are going to have to do their job and rewrite it. With Brock Lesnar apparently exiting. I mean, while we're at it, man, since Brock Lesnar apparently called it a career, if that is true, I know you're a big Brock Lesnar guy. With some members of our wrestling brethren, we've had some debates about Brock Lesnar and what he means to the industry. What do you have to say about Brock Lesnar calling it a career, if that is indeed true?
He's had a Hall of Fame career. People could say, "Oh, all he does is do suplexes, all that." All your great wrestlers, and he had 3 or 4 signature moves that made them popular. Hogan, The Rock, Austin, um, you know,
Cena,
Cena.
most of all,
But that's the
Roman.
thing. And
Yeah.
apparently, if you're good and you're over, that's all you need. You don't need to do like 50 different moves. It's nice to have that in your repertoire, obviously, but you don't need it. I think if you can get over with just those moves, that says a lot about how you are as a performer. So, and in terms of like his personal stuff, who knows about that? I'm going to stay away from that. I'm just going to say that based on his wrestling career in the WWE and his accolades in UFC and coming back and everything, yeah, you got to tip your cap to the guy. And like I said before, if he really likes you, he will make you look golden in the ring. Case in point, look how great Oba looked in that ring. But just the way he sold to Oba, the way he
made him look like a monster.
Like I was saying earlier, oh well, maybe it can't be acting because he can't act. Maybe I have to walk that back because his facial expressions are part of his acting, and man, he really sells it there well, of like fear and like confusion and oh my god, like how am I gonna this guy? Like my god, this is like overwhelming. Like he's overwhelmed and stuff. So yeah, I think that when it comes down to Brock, Hall of Fame career for sure, and anybody that says otherwise, they're just haters.
Okay, there we go. That's the take from I hear that take, Brandao. Uh I think I'm indifferent on Brock Lesnar. Obviously, as along with you and other people who've watched wrestling over the years, I saw Brock debut and now saw him retire. I think he had a hell of a career, if that is the case that he's really done. Some of my favorite matches ever have involved Brock Lesnar. Rock versus Brock at SummerSlam 2002, which is one of my favorite pay-per-views ever. That was a great main event, and Brock was not selfish and put Lesnar over to signify the true start of the ruthless aggression era. Then Brock versus CM Punk at SummerSlam 2013 is one of my favorite matches, especially in SummerSlam history. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker in their first Hell in a Cell match was a low-key classic that I'm not sure if younger fans today have not seen. I would encourage to go check that match out. That was a young Brock Lesnar against American Badass Undertaker, and it was a great match. It wasn't filled with crazy spots of being thrown off the cage or anything like that, or it was just a brutal match that told a great story. So those are just a couple of I'm probably missing the Brock versus Angle series
Yeah, I was
in,
just about
in,
to
in
say that. How you missed
2003.
that one?
Yeah, it's Brock versus Angle in 2003, like the series of matches they had. There's he has a damn good resume.
Yeah,
Whether
he's been
you
what,
like
16
him or not.
WrestleManias? I think it was 16 he's been in. That's crazy when you think about it. He's been in
Yeah,
16
Brock.
Manias, and he left and
I
came
mean,
back. Think about that. And he had
yeah,
still 16 Manias.
Brock versus Roman at Mania 31 with the classic Seth Rollins cash in.
Yep.
Brock versus man.
Brock versus
You
Triple
can just
H
keep
at
going.
29.
Brock versus Triple H at SummerSlam 2012 and Mania 29. Man, there's so many. Brock versus AJ Styles, Brock versus Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson. There's
Brock
been
versus Cody.
a fair
Cody
amount.
had a nice,
Their series, Brock versus Cody.
So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
So anyway, I think we know that Brock is Hall of Fame, right? I mean, it basically
Hall
you're
of
just saying,
Fame bound. Hall of
yes.
Fame bound.
And that
Congrats, Brock Lesnar. Salute for a great career. If that is indeed true that you are done, you left your mark. You shocked the world. You were the beast. You provided spoilers for years. Uh, one of the great one. I have to say another match. Brock versus Cena in in 2012, which Cena somehow won. And
terrible.
the demolition that was SummerSlam 2014, where Cena was absolutely eradicated by Brock with like 10,000 suplexes. Just so Brock Lesnar, like you made your mark, you did your damn thing, and it was an honor as wrestling fans watching you in the fold for all these years, and for you to come back and continue it and be a big part of modern day WWE for sure.
So I guess we need to talk about Oba now and how a star is born because
Yep,
honestly,
a star is born, my friend.
I mean, we saw it coming. We've been talking about it. He's just on such a rise. I do like the fact that he did mention Roman on the post show, but I think that
Here we go.
I would pump your brakes on that. I think that's WWE just getting
Planting the seeds.
Yeah. You're not. You say that for Mania next year. You build them all the way up for Mania. Win the Rumble. Whoever the champion
They can't get
is.
The Rock. They can't get The Rock to face Roman, which we all, it's like where there's smoke, there's fire. I know he didn't show up, but we know if that can happen, they're going to do it.
That's over with.
It's probably over with. It's probably over with. I know. I agree with you. I'm just saying, if something breaks, they're going to try and do it. I'm just the Saudis one in there.
TKO's involved. Don't like Rock. We need you for this, and that's it.
And hopefully Rock will be like no, and that's it. So,
right. But that's the other thing
yeah.
too. I want to touch about real quick with a TKO. If
okay, go for it.
If TKO is asking McAfee to get involved in the storyline, couldn't McAfee said this is dumb, I'm not doing this, and just turned it down?
Yes. Yeah,
so why
he could have.
So everyone's like, I don't blame McAfee.
Money.
McAfee like, I don't want to do this dumb shit. So
money.
To me, McAfee thought it was a good idea. But
that's fair. But what about money? Could have been offered a nice check, man. I hear you, man.
Money. That's the thing I hate about it. Oh, the money.
I hear
you.
I'm
tired of hearing about the money.
Okay? I understand, man. But that's money. Money does talk.
No, I'm tired of hearing about it. I don't want to hear about some money. It's the money. The guy's got his own show. He's a multimillionaire. He don't need the fucking money. How much could they have possibly paid him to do that stuff?
More money.
Right. Anyway, sorry going off a tangent. But getting back to Oba, I think you slowly build him up. More. I mean, he came out on Raw. And he didn't mention Brock on Raw at all, or not Brock.
Nope.
Or
nothing.
Raw. He just said the ruler's here, and I thought that was like okay.
Oh, dude, I loved it. That's all he needed to say. He just needed to. He conquered. He beat his ass. He did the damn thing. I am the ruler. I'm here. Thank y'all. That's it.
What would have been really cool if they would have Brock come out and shake his hand, and then babyface Brock, and then Gunther would have came out. But obviously
that would have been cool. But obviously, I didn't happen.
Apparently, so. Where does Oba go from here? Who is his next opponent? Where does he go? Where is he at? It's kind of weird.
I don't know, but I'm going to be watching. I'll be watching.
I'll tell you the perfect opponent for him would be, which would make sense, would be Drew McIntyre. Because
that'd be a great program.
If you remember, Oba was fighting Cody at Saturday night's main event, and who interfered? Drew, and cost him.
Who interfered?
And he could always go back to him like, you ruined my shot, like my moment. And you came in here, so you could have a nice 2-3 month feud of Drew and Oba, which would be another feather in Oba's cap. So I just don't know where else you could go with Oba besides that. Who would you'd have to go with someone big? So I'm trying to think. Talking about Damian Priest. Nah, he's with the tag team.
They could do Damian Priest. They could do that if they wanted, but he's in a tag team. But if they wanted to, Damian Priest could definitely.
They're not going to do him in Trick. They're not going to do him in. It's got him and Gunther possibly maybe, but. Maybe that's where they go, but I don't know if they do that until Gunther gets a belt. Who knows?
Here's the real question, Brandon. Here's the real question. Do you have Oba lose any match until he wins the world title, which is inevitable?
I don't know. I don't think so unless it's like really, I mean, no, I don't think you can. I think
we know damn well he's winning the Rumble. That's a wrap. He's winning the Rumble. He's winning the Rumble. I know I said it last episode, but I'm saying it again. There's your odds-on favorite to win the Rumble,
He's either winning the
barring
Rumble. If
injury.
somehow he gets screwed out of the Rumble, some screwy happens, he's winning the Elimination Chamber. Regardless,
Yeah.
he will be in the title match, barring injury next year.
Yes. Book it.
So,
Stamp it. Seal it. All of it.
So what else do we want to talk about on Mania?
I want to bring up the fact that just night one was just an overall disappointment. Gunther versus Seth Rollins was a damn good match, but it's not really saying that much compared to what they had to go against the rest of the night. Orton versus Cody had moments. Becky versus AJ was okay. It did what it had to do. The 6-man tag in the beginning, it was all right. It's just night. I don't think I've seen in this night 2 format such night and day with the nights. Night 2, really every match was good, with some better than others, but overall was just solid all the way through. Sammy versus Trick was good. Just all Finn Balor versus Dominic was good. Shout out to Finn Balor. Shout out to Trick Williams. I thought they did a damn good job. Just good. And once again, shout out to Rhea and Jade. Their match was solid. Yeah. So I think overall, I guess night 1 is probably, we talked about it, man. It was I probably give it like a 2 or 3 out of 10. But night 2, I give night 2 like an 8.59. Maybe maybe like an 8.5. Heavily carried by the greatness that was the main event. But overall was good. Maybe I'm really indecisive with this. So maybe between like a 8 and 9, with like I've settled on like an 8.5, 8.75 out of 10 for night 2. Overall for the event, probably like a 6. Probably like a 6.5. That night 1 really weighs it down.
I can't say night 1 weighs it down that much. Well, night 1 was
all right.
7,
6.5, 7 out of 10.
I mean, night 1 was what it was. Honestly, I mean, the Liv Valkyrie match was really disappointing. The Fatu McIntyre match was good, but I think because it was on TV, like on ESPN, they had
to shorten it.
And the first match, we knew what it was going to be. It had a nice little anyway, Aisha's speed being whatever. And then you had the women's triple fatal 4-way tag match with Paige coming back. I mean, great moment for Paige. Now, there's things going around the same valley, and it was apparently really pissed off about that. But I don't know if she's just playing a character. People get a little carried away with that shit. She's probably just playing her character like, oh, I lost. Like, damn. Like, people are like, no, she looks legit angry. Wait, are you in her head? Can you read her mind? I love how people try to read into that shit, but no. I think this would be a short-lived tag run with Bella and Paige. And then
wait. The return of Paige. We always have to talk about that. I mean, it was announced prior, so that's why I don't feel like it's really insane breaking news. But it was cool that it was cool to see Paige back. I wanted the irresistible force to retain. For Paige just to show up and they just win like that. It is what it is. But
I didn't think it was happening.
Paige was a fixture. She was OG NXT. Paige is a good wrestler. Awesome that she's back. Credit for her to come back, and should be cool to see what she can do with this latest crop of female talent in the industry, and that should be cool to see for sure.
Yeah, and I will say, matter of fact, it's funny. I thought when I saw Paige definitely coming out, I was like, oh, they're definitely not giving them the belt. The belt's they're not winning it. That's why I was so scared by it, because I was like, oh, the Irresistible Force or Lyra and Bailey are going to win for sure.
Right.
I did not see that coming. Here's an interesting tidbit about Paige. Paige is only 33. She is younger than Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss.
Paige is young, man, compared to
she's younger than a lot of the women in there. So it's like, everyone's like, oh, Paige, she's been around forever. It's like, well, she's younger than a lot of these women. So, I mean, she'll be fine. if she can hang with some of these women, they're worried for some good matches. I just don't think she fit well in AEW. Her
Mm-hmm.
AEW run was very forgettable, and I think again they don't just don't know how to book talent at times. They just don't. And her booking was very odd. I think they tried to bring her in as a babyface, but the crowd rejected her. I'm like, boo, I don't like her because she's WWE. Because AEW fans are like that. And then they tried to turn her heel, and it just didn't click. Hopefully, WWE her second run in WWE is a lot better. She stays healthy, and I think we'll get some good matches out of her.
Yeah, for sure. So that's pretty much a bow on WrestleMania for the most part. You know, it was it had its highs and it had its lows, and regardless, it's a great weekend for wrestling fans everywhere. Next year, apparently, it will still be in Saudi Arabia to be determined with the way the world is right now. But it's they're like they Mr. Khan held fort, saying that it will still be in Saudi Arabia next year, and so who knows what other events will happen stateside next year for Mania weekend, which will be very interesting to keep an eye on. So with that said, let's get to Monday Night Raw after Mania. Uh, Monday Night Raw after Mania this year was pretty solid. I love the NXT call ups. Love seeing Ethan Page. Loved Sol Ruka versus Liv Morgan. Wow, what a match! And Sol Ruka showed out in that match. For those watching NXT, like who watch NXT all the time, such as yourself, Brandow, none of it was surprising. But for people who had not seen her, they were just blown away by her acrobatics in that ring. And it featured a run-in from Zarya, which went into their last woman standing match on NXT last night. So a lot to unpack there, but I felt that Sol Ruka did a damn good job and showed out against Liv on the big stage of Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania. Ruka's going to be a star. Everyone kind of knew that. Brando, you've been talking about her for a long time now, and she has basically arrived.
Yes, and um, I think people are more familiar than normal because she had that showcase against Bailey on main event. So the
True.
world got to see her
True.
before she got caught up. We all know once we saw that happen, I think it was that December, we knew
Hmm.
right then and there that she was getting caught up very soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was she's quite the acrobat. She's got some learning to do on the mic, I think, a little bit, but other than that, she's a superstar. I mean, her finisher is just jaw dropping. So you're like, so every time she does it, people are going to be in amazement. So another thing about her too is she wrestled Zarya on
Last
stage
woman standing. Last woman standing.
Revenge Day 2, Part 2. I figured Zarya would go over just because Soul moved, and it's the right move. Zarya should get her a nice run in NXT before she comes up to WWE, to the main roster. Uh, I don't know. Did you see that match at all? You said you saw it right before you.
Yeah, yeah, Zarya. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was the
So
match was crazy. Match was crazy.
great match. The ending was interesting to me. I was like, kind of made Soul feel look stupid. I mean, but then again, that's her character. Like, but she fell for Zarya's alligator tears. It was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna push you off. And then the minute she got it, she put that was a hell of a bump. Hopefully, Soul's okay because it looked like she smacked her head on the back of the edge of that second table, which I still don't understand why they put two tables together like that. You're just asking for disaster because all it takes is a little overshoot of the table, and boom, that happens. And now she could be in the concussion protocol. Hopefully, she's okay. I haven't heard anything about it. I haven't looked today on the interwebs, as they say. But yeah, that was a hell of a bump she took. But hopefully she's fine. She comes back next week and starts a feud with. I don't think she'll start a feud with Liv Morgan. Maybe with Roxanne or maybe somebody else. I don't know. I think a good one would be her and Natty would be interesting. Honestly, let her work with Natty for a little bit. Get a
Yeah.
different kind of vibe from it. Um, we'll have to just see. And then the other call ups, Ethan Page is going to fit in perfectly. Guys, very entertaining. Has been entertaining since AEW. They completely misused him. NXT, he's been awesome. With the mixed matches he's had with like Chelsea Green, he can be funny, he can be serious, he can be sadistic. Guy can do it all. And it already seemed like they're thrusting him right in the Intercontinental title picture, like just like that. With
Yeah,
Penta,
man. He's an asshole, man. Ethan Page.
yeah,
He's gonna be a great. He's gonna be a great. I know you said he could play a face too, but he's gonna be a great heel. Like he's just a jerk. Yeah, he just has that
right.
face. He has that ego with him. I could see him being a very established piece of the roster moving forward in
Oh,
terms of
absolutely.
being a thorn in a lot of people's side. I will
Absolutely.
say that.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind him joining the division.
That'd be cool. The Vision
If
needs
they
help anyway. So
if they want to go that route, maybe. I don't know if they're I don't know what they're gonna do with the Vision, but another
dude, speaking of
person
the Vision, we didn't talk about Braun Breaker coming back. Braun Breaker, it was expected. Maybe that's why we didn't talk about it because it was so obvious he was coming back, costing Seth Rollins. But and that unfortunately that crazy spear. Just I know we closed Mania, but I just want to go back to it for a second. That crazy spear he did, it should have been better. He just ran so fast, but it didn't hit because I feel like Seth Rollins moved a little bit away and it just didn't connect like it should have
the
connected.
first one was very
So
impactful though. The first one was like, holy
oh,
shit.
first one was great. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
And
anyway, you
then
mentioned the Vision and yeah. Yeah.
last night with you know Seth coming out and hitting him with that chair and clipping the back of his head with the end part. That's why he was busted open and bleeding like that. It unfortunately accidents happen, but it actually added to fucking Braun's maniac face and his crazed look in his eyes because he beat the ever living hell out of Seth Rollins.
Yeah, man.
So I
Crazy.
love it.
Crazy.
I'm so excited for this feud. I think they're going to build this all the way up. We'll probably get to the SummerSlam.
Oh yeah.
Or
Yeah.
we might get a couple matches. We might get a backlash, but I don't think it will culminate until SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Most
agreed.
likely.
Agreed.
One
So
more
maybe
thing,
if Ethan Page can help out, that I would be totally fine if
yeah,
Ethan Page could help out the Vision, especially with Braun coming back. And they invested a lot into that group, so might as well just see what you can get out of it. So why not? It can only help.
right. And also, one more person we got to talk about who's going to debut on Raw next week is Joe Hendry with the concert.
Yeah, that's gonna be cool.
Going to be interesting to see who interrupts him and how what feud starts out of that because someone's going to interrupt them. I don't know who
Yeah.
that's going to be. Um,
Mm-hmm.
because he lost last night to Carver pretty decisively. Keanu Carver is getting heavily pushed in NXT, and the guy's just a killer. So it made sense for him to do the deed and lose to Carver at NXT on his way out, just like Soul lost to Zarya. So hats off to them
Yeah.
too, putting them over at NXT, just building NXT's brand stronger as they move up and keep them down there to get more seasoning and grow.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry would be interesting though. I think he's very entertaining.
The crowd's gonna eat him up, man. It's gonna be great. Crowd's gonna
Yeah,
they're just gonna the main roster crowd, the people who are not familiar with him, they're gonna love him. I
now
mean, he's had multiple appearances by now, but those who like will see as they see him more often, he's gonna be really over. So it's
a
gonna be great.
fantasy book real quick, Garrett. It's never gonna happen. But could you imagine him doing a concert and then The Rock coming out and doing a concert with them?
I know you were gonna say that. That's everyone. I would love to see that, but that would just be comedy. That would just be
Oh yeah, and that'd be
absolute comedy.
fine. That would be something like
Yeah,
if The Rock was just shut up for one night as like just like later on the road. This could be
just a random
2
show
years
up.
down the
Yeah,
road when Hendry's just a superstar and he's doing it, and all of a sudden The Rock's music hit and they do a concert together, and then they team up and beat two guys up real quick and knock them out of the ring. The crowd would eat that
yeah,
shit
that'd be
up all the
fun.
time. So
Yeah, that'd be fun. But it definitely has to be a couple years from now, so Rock can move away from the damage that a lot of people feel he did, and he did himself too. So,
so what else happened on Raw
um,
that was a big deal?
well, the big thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, uh,
Two big
a
things.
very solid Monday Night Raw was the Tribal Chief coming out and him being confronted by Jacob Fatu. Looks like they are hinting at a uh little bloodline reunion again, and with TKO being leaked as being the people behind the scenes really controlling everything, it does not surprise me it would not surprise me if they wanted to go back to that well because the modern day blow up of the WWE with many people goes back to the bloodline. Roman even mentioned that pretty much in the promo that he had, talking about from 2020 to 2024. So I am very interested in what that matchup could be at Backlash. I think that's a bigger match than Backlash, to be honest with you, Brandao. But nonetheless, I know you're a big Jacob Fatu guy.
So,
You know, it's that could be a hell of a feud.
I agree. I wonder why they're shotgunning Fatu and Roman so
Right?
fast. It's kind
Yeah.
of weird. So it's gonna go a couple ways. We thought maybe he was gonna come down and join him. I was like, I don't think he's there to do that. And then he even said he wasn't there he's like, I don't even want to be the tribal chief. I just want what you have. I want the fame, the fortune. Um, but the problem is we know Roman's not gonna lose to him. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
Roman's not
no
gonna lose.
way.
So one or two things are
Roman's
gonna
not
happen.
losing for a year, man. He's not losing that title for what? He's
Maybe,
holding that title for at least
maybe
6 months. At
because
least 6 months, I think.
I think well, he said I'll be here till the summer, so he could be dropping it right after the summer because he's got to do all the
Oh yeah,
that's
that's true. We'll
possible.
see. All
But
right, all
I
right.
don't know why
At,
he had to drop the title
he's
first.
holding it till SummerSlam at minimum.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
So is Fatu the guy to be the poster? I don't know if he's that type of good champion, but regardless, it can end in one way. We could do where he loses a Roman he acknowledges Roman and he joins them, but he's not going to join them in a way of like being their enforcer or anything like a solo, but he just joins them as a force and he does his own thing. But like if they're in trouble, he comes and helps them out. If he's in trouble, they come help him out, but they stay separate. I think that would be the best way to do it. But he acknowledges Roman Reigns because Roman beat him, and he's like, yeah, you beat me, you know. Or we go crazy and have Fatu beat Roman, which I just don't see happen. And the other scenario is something's going on with Jey Uso. Something is up with Jey Uso. They didn't do this whole
Yeah.
thing with
Yep.
Cameron for no reason. And they're not, if they do, well, maybe they did, but who knows? I really hope not because there's got to be something going on with Jey Uso.
Yeah, definitely. I think that I think there's definitely something there. There's something brewing. It's been kind of hinted at. Uh, it seems a little too good to be true right now. And Jay's a little. They've hinted at some things with Jay, and yeah, I just find it hard to believe that he kind of all of a sudden kind of quote unquote falls back in line. So especially with the run he just had, so could be something brewing for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I want to see what happens next week. You know what I don't like though? The cliffhanger stuff like, you'll find out next week. I'll give you a week. I just didn't like how they played it off. That's like Jacob's not going to say, "Oh, go come back next week." Like, I decided I don't want to fight you. It's just dumb. I'm sorry. They should have just said Roman should have said, "I'll give you my answer next week," not make you make your decision next week. But whatever. I think we'd be remiss to not talk about the Cody Punk segment as well. That was a big
That
segment.
was awesome. They've been hinting at
They're
that
planting
for a
seeds for
couple.
sure.
They've been planting seeds for that for the past like 2 years. Even back to the Royal Rumble in 2024 when he said, "I'm not losing to Dusty's kid." Like it was, and leading up to that Royal Rumble W that Cody had, that could be another that could be another banger of a match.
So here's my question: do you
So
think Punk manipulated Cody into saying that because of how he said it like about the Cody and like manipulated him into saying you can get a title shot anytime you want because he said
yeah,
one door opens and another an opportunity might come fall out down to the sky or whatever. I think he was
yeah,
just trying to get Cody to say, yeah, you can have a shot when you're ready. We're both ready. I think he kind of
yeah.
manipulated him saying that. However, I don't think this Randy Orton storyline can't be finished after what happened. But he didn't mention Randy Orton once, which is kind of weird.
It is kind of weird, but I
So
mean,
that
well,
makes you
they
want
well,
they make you try to think of forget about him. But again, it's on SmackDown, so maybe that's the difference too.
yeah, to be determined with that. And I think that I mean, Punk did say like, you feel like you're a loser because what happened with your friend, referencing Randy Orton there. So, uh,
So is it
yeah,
possible that we I'll set the stage for this real quick. We get a Punk and Cody match, we think, and there's a contract signing, and they're about to sign the contracts, and Randy Orton comes out of nowhere and RKO's Cody and attacks Punk, or vice versa. and picks the mic and says, "You think you're getting my shot? Hell no, you're not getting my shot." Signs a contract. You get Cody versus Orton to a Backlash, and then Punk's left out in the cold, or it becomes a triple threat. Either way, I'm happy with either scenario. I just don't see them shotgunning Punk and Cody a Backlash either. I think that's more of a SummerSlam match, obviously. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of fun things they can do. I just hope now that WrestleMania season's over, that TKO will take a step back and won't meddle with things. Let's let Triple H do his thing. Because when Triple H
I
does
hope
his
so
thing,
too, man.
it works out well.
Yeah, I agree. And you can clearly see, you can probably make the assumption that night 2 was clearly better booked than night 1 in terms of just the flow of the show. And I wonder if there was a reason for that with this leak of what's really going on. Now with that said, there is I'm not going to completely absolve Triple H with some things that he has done that I feel like warrant some criticism, but no doubt we've been kind of thinking about it, that there is something going on, and it was basically confirmed, unless it's all work. And it goes into what you said, Brandao. But with that said, we can get back into that, into a whole nother we can get back into that in future shows. So wanted to park there, and we are, for the first time in a while, going to have a guest on joining us on Crew Talk. On Crew Talk, we like to have guests to talk about the world of pro wrestling and how the world of pro wrestling impacts them and whatnot. So stay tuned. We have a very special guest coming up. So with that said, we love to have guests on this show who have been involved in the world of pro wrestling. And right now, joining us is one of the biggest guests we've ever had on the show. They, Jason and Vannah of the Izzys. The Izzys are a family of 4 who have taken Instagram by storm. Their daughters are big WWE fans and blew up because of a very big viral video that involved WWE superstars. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome Jason and Vannah of the Izzys. How y'all doing?
Appreciate it. We're doing good. We're doing good.
That's awesome, man. So let's just get right to it. How was first off the viral? Okay, y'all just got back from WrestleMania, and y'all had this viral video that just went crazy. You had Rhea Ripley reply, you had Nia Jax reply. It was just insane. Just talk to us about just going into that bet that had to happen, that viral video, and then leading up to going to WrestleMania 42 and all the experience with that. Go ahead, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I just told my kids, I'm like, let's do a video about WrestleMania. And I just came up with the idea. I mean, a lot of people has done it, but I wanted to do a little twist to it. I had the girls do, the entrance of Rhea Ripley, and I guess I lost the bet. Within an hour. Within an hour, I lost the bet. So
in an hour, wow,
yeah.
Woo,
Yeah,
Crazy.
in an hour, I lost the bet. So yeah, that's what happened. My intentions, I didn't know it was gonna blow up the way it was.
Right,
but,
right.
It was pretty awesome. It was pretty awesome, man.
That's amazing. That must have been just insane seeing. You're like, oh, let me just look. Wait, what? Rhea Ripley responded. This superstar responded. That superstar responded. Vannah, if I may ask, how was it just experiencing that?
Exciting.
Yeah, right. That sums that up. So you get all that attention, and also just want to major props to you, Jason. You're a real one, man. I reached out to you, and you replied immediately, just saying like, "What's up?" With all that going on. So that's just mad respect that you still, with all that going on, still have time to talk to people.
Yeah, it was just that day was going crazy. A lot of tags, and And then I guess I believe the first one actually was Nia Jax. After that was Rhea, and then Alexa Bliss, and then it just
Oh
kept
my.
Charlotte Flair right after. And
Oh.
I was like, you know what? Let me put my phone down, and I'll wake up in the morning, and next thing you know, I woke up in the morning, and the video was 2.5 million. I'm like, oh,
Crazy.
I guess I have to get floor seats.
Yep. And it's getting reposted, and then like
Yeah.
you're probably seeing clips of it on like other social media things. You're like,
Yeah.
what just happened?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy.
So that's awesome, man. And much congratulations to the
Appreciate
fam
it.
for that happening. So how was going to WrestleMania and y'all also linked up with On Location? Can you get more into that and that experience?
Yeah, I mean, first off, it took me 42 years to get there. I've never been to a Mania
Man.
before, man. It was a dream come true.
Yup.
And then to spend it with my kids, I don't know what to say. I'm blessed to make it and have them witness their first one.
That's just incredible. Yeah, Mania is it's a special time, and it's a special time for all wrestling fans to congregate and just love each other and just enjoy the product that they all watch and have
Yeah.
fun with. So, I have to ask, what was your favorite? Jason, what was your favorite match? And Vannah, what was your favorite match?
You go first. Which one? Night one or night two?
Oh my god. I feel like night one was like a hit or miss. And then
Yup.
the second one was like, wow.
Yeah.
We have similar sentiments.
Yeah. I feel like night one was it was all right. I mean,
Mhm.
I feel like it wasn't that much pop.
Mhm.
I think the main match that caught my eye was really exciting for me was the when Paige came back. That
Okay, cool. Big moment.
a very big moment. I did not know anything. I heard it was linked, but I
Mhm.
didn't know anything. And yeah, it was. I don't listen, man. I don't know what to say. I'm still in disbelief, and it's
Yeah.
Wednesday, and yeah, it was just
Yeah,
crazy.
man. Yeah, seriously. Did y'all have an opportunity to meet some superstars?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Who'd you beat?
Come on, Vanna. Who'd you meet?
Oh my god.
Did you meet?
I met AJ Styles
Mhm.
and
Oh my, what?
wait, who else is there?
Liv Morgan.
Liv
Oh my,
and
what?
Yeah, she got to meet Liv Morgan, AJ Styles. That he, I don't know what was said between them, but I let them go. I wanted them to get this moment.
That's awesome.
And they took the picture with AJ, and AJ told them something which I have no idea what he told them. But that was just a core moment for me, and to see that, and they know now who is AJ Styles.
Amazing. Met the
Yeah.
real AJ Styles. That's really cool.
Yeah,
That's
and then
really
Liv Morgan. They met Liv Morgan. All three of them. My two oldest and then my little one. She was great. She was so great.
that's awesome. Uh oh, okay. So excuse me. I earlier in my intro I said family of four. I apologize. I apologize for that.
No, it is actually a family of four.
Okay.
I do have an 18-year-old. It's back in New
Okay.
York. But it's four girls plus my wife, and then yeah, it's just
Awesome.
I got
Cool.
I got a full gang of girls.
Love it. That's amazing. Bless, man. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how was did you have a chance to actually see any other events? Because when WrestleMania takes place, just like it's not just like WrestleMania, there's like
Yeah.
a large amount of events that take place. Did you have a chance to, catch any of the sights and sounds of what was going on, or was it just primarily we're siloed in with like, get in
No,
with the
we
fam,
didn't.
WrestleMania, get out?
I know WrestleMania is big. That whole entire week leading to WrestleMania,
Mm-hmm.
it's a whole party. I know
The
that
beast.
for a fact. But we just again, we got invited by on locations, and um, we got the VIP experience, and we were just there and out, there and out.
Awesome.
It was just too much for the girls. So again, in and out, enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
Went back to the hotel, came back night 2, enjoyed the show, and then we drove 4 hours back home. So it was crazy.
Man, making it happen. Well, I just want to say, Brandon and I have been to a fair amount of WrestleManias at this point, and you're right, Jason. It's a lot going on. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Like Brandon, you can co-sign this. You're really not really, if you partake in other events, you're not really relaxing. It's just kind of like it's fun and it's great and it's memorable, but it's kind of like go 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 go. So I totally understand what you mean by that. Just being like in and out. It's probably some advice that Brandon we should take for future manias if we have the opportunity to go for sure.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So, would y'all ever consider going to another WrestleMania if possible once it returns to the States?
Absolutely. Absolutely. First of all, TKO needs to lower that down a little bit.
I agree.
We all agree on that.
I mean, CM Punk.
How's your wallet doing, bro? No, I'm just I feel
not
you.
too good
Yeah,
right now.
I hear you.
Yeah, absolutely. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Nice. So I want to take time to give you the floor for a moment, Jason, to just kind of tell people who may watch this and see us on socials. Can you tell them more about what your account, Where the Izzys, is about, and what y'all do, and the work that goes into it, and what is next for y'all as well?
We with everything going on in the world, we like to put smiles on people's faces because you don't know what other people outside are going through. It could be stress. They be going through something, fighting cancer, fighting anything, and they're down. We like to do skits. I like to sing in the car, old classic music. We got Backstreet Boys, we got NSYNC, you got Luther Vandross, Keith Sweat, a lot of R&B,
Classics,
stuff like that. Classics, But we just want to put smiles on people's faces and say, because of you, I recovered from this, or and it's not because of the following. The following is nothing. It's nothing. It's just having that DM saying, thank you for getting me through this. Thank you for getting me through that. Your daughters are amazing. A lot of people telling me to put her in acting classes. So it's that's what we love to do. Comedy, skits. If you need a laugh, you can always go to us. Yeah, man. Everything is about positivity right here.
I love it, man. And that's a beautiful thing. I can only imagine when you get someone reaching out to y'all and they say that, I can only imagine the feeling of just warmth that y'all feel.
Yeah.
And it just I'm sure it just keeps you going, and just the fact that y'all created something and that had an impact on someone in such a positive way, someone you've never even met before, how it just you maybe could have switched up a whole day. Maybe even done more than that for all you know, just by putting a smile on someone's face. And that's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing.
Yeah,
and I'm
and
sure
like
people
I said,
recognize that.
there's so much going on in this world. I don't like politics. I don't like to get into that. I don't do that. It's just way too much going on that we all need to come together and smile. We need to smile, man. Like, we woke up. Just be blessed. So that's basically what it is.
Wow.
Right.
With that said, really
I want to just add one more thing to that. It probably makes
Go ahead,
you
Brando.
feel, adding to that, like if you're having a bad day or not a great day, and you see one of those DMs saying you cheer someone's day up, that brings you up too. It makes you feel like, oh man, I really made someone feel the way because of what we're doing. And next thing you know, you're not having a bad day.
I mean, it makes me sit back and think, wow, this is how do you say that? I'm bringing a lot of positive vibes out on the screen onto your phone to someone that I don't even know.
Right.
But I mean, it's a blessing to get that, man. And God is good. I thank Him every day, and that's all we just want to do is just make people laugh, man, and then
Awesome.
get those DMs.
Yeah,
we
man.
see them. We have a lot. We do see them, but it's just again, it's a blessing.
Definitely.
I have another question for you guys.
Yeah.
Who is your all-time favorite wrestler, and who is your current favorite wrestler?
Wow. I'm gonna say hands down, man. He chugs beer like crazy. Stone Cold.
Yeah, my guy, Stone Cold.
You hear that glass? It's over. I do have a second one. You can't forget the Dead Man. That man that's my grandfather's favorite wrestler, and Dead Man. He always got a piece of right here because of my grandfather. And right now, wow. I'm God. I'm gonna say my tribal. I'm gonna say my tribal chief, man. Yeah, I gotta go with him.
Okay.
I gotta go with him. So, yeah. You want to tell him who's your favorite?
You.
This is not hard.
Bianca Belair and Liv Morgan.
And Liv Morgan. Nice.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, hold up. I'm really surprised at those answers. Really surprised because you forgot.
She probably likes Liv Morgan now because she met her, and is that right? Because you met her now, you like her more.
She makes bad decisions.
Trouble.
Now,
She
Jason.
actually told her when she met her. She told Liv Morgan, "I'm here to make bad decisions," and she's like, "Yeah, me too."
That's awesome. That is great.
Now, Jason, you were saying that there's another wrestler that was perhaps left out. Who could that be?
Rhea Ripley.
That was gonna be my guess.
I thought I was pick number one, but I was wrong. She had a change of heart.
Well, with that said, no question. Those are three of the premier women's wrestlers of WWE right now. Shout out to Bianca Belair, who just revealed that she's pregnant and going to be taking time away. That's been really cool to see live, man.
Yeah, I even told her that I feel like she's gonna come back and whip some butt, and she came back with a belly. Yeah, man. Congratulations, man. She's great, man. I hope that everything goes well and she comes back and come back strong.
Definitely. Brandon, do you have anything else to ask the Izzys?
No, I think that's it. I just really was curious to who their favorite wrestlers were. There's one person you definitely got to keep your eye on, and that's Sol Ruca. When you see her in the ring,
Sol Ruca. Listen, she is bad. She is bad. She's I see her going and getting the belt ASAP. The way she's moving and her move, man, forget about it. Man.
Every time she does it, you're just like, wow.
I get scared when she does that. I just hope she doesn't, take a bump. You know what I mean? But she is bad. She's bad.
Yeah, she reminds me. I think for a lot of people, a lot of the older fans, such as ourselves, that have maybe watched longer, she kind of echoes a little bit of an evolution of Lita to me.
Yeah.
Like she has that kind of that punk alt look, but is really vibrant and positive, but can just kill it in the ring, and it's just cool. She really just has all those vibes, and that Lita's one of the most popular women's wrestlers and wrestlers in general of all time.
Yeah.
So sky's the limit for Sol Ruca.
Oh yeah, and then I have to say this on the table. I feel like they need to put the strap on Obafemi.
Jason, do you want to become a co-host to us? We just were talking about that.
The way this man is damaged. Oh my God! I would.
It's a movement.
On him. Yeah,
it's a movement. We were just talking about that.
Next year. That's going to be his crowning moment at WrestleMania.
Yeah, definitely.
Odds-on favorite to I was saying, Jason, odds-on favorite already. Book it. Like it's a wrap.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
winning
yeah.
the Royal. He's winning the Royal Rumble.
He's winning the Rumble, and he's going to WrestleMania. He's winning. That's it.
Yeah. And Brandel said if he's not winning the Royal Rumble, he's winning the Elimination Chamber. One of the two is happening.
One of
He
the
will
two is
be in a
happening.
title match.
Either or.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. Man, I have to. Oh, okay. When Brock Lesnar lost to Obafemi and he retired, were you like, is this really happening, or were you just like, this is a part of the story?
I thought it was. I don't know. I was confused.
Right?
I thought he was gonna F5 Paul Heyman for a second.
Same actually, for a split second.
Yeah,
Yep.
he took everything off, gave him a hug. I thought he was gonna bam and hit him with the F5
out of anger. Yeah,
and then give him the X. But no, he had an amazing career, man. And man, Brock Lesnar. I mean, he'll be missed. He'll be missed.
Yeah. We were all just saying that, man. We were saying like some of our favorite matches and whatnot. Do you have since we're talking to Brock Lesnar and how he apparently has retired? Do you have any favorite Brock Lesnar matches from over the years that you can recall?
I think my number one was with him and The Rock when he beat The Rock for the title.
Classic match.
That was a classic match for me. In my years of wrestling, yeah.
Awesome, man. Is there anything else that you would like to share or add to our discussion right now? Thank you all for so much for coming through, and this has been great. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
It's a pleasure for having us, man. And all I can say is that stay positive and keep posting. Stay positive,
Always.
Keep posting, man. And thank God you woke up. That's all. Just laugh. We all need to smile, man. This world is crazy, and just smile. That's all, bro. That's all we want to do.
I love it. And on that note, thanks everyone for tuning in to Crew Talk. Brandal and I will be back to give more wrestling analysis and to give our takes of the wrestling world. And once again, thank you to the Izzys. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Vannah, for taking time out of your day to come talk pro wrestling with us. Pro wrestling is life, and I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Stay positive out there. Remember to smile, and everyone have a good one.
Yeah, it is.
Thanks, guys.